Okay. Basically. Whew. Sweet Lord Jesus. GTA 6 officially facing one final delay. I'm never getting that game. I'm never getting my hands on GTA 6. What the shit, bro? Anyways, let's get to it. So, first we got to start all things off at the Genesis. You feel me? Everything starts at the Genesis. The Bible, my life, and now the hell that I went through with that bird brain heifer. So, once upon a time in the beginning, there was a sexy, sexy man, fresh on the market. His name was 107 Rey Asesino. Some might know him as 107 Rey El Arma. King the Weapon, 107 El Arma, not Rey El Arma. Or Señor de la Noche de la Cruz, whichever one. But me personally, I know him as King. So, basically, in the beginning of this whole shit, right? I was on Warframe with the boys. We was doing circuit. And one day I just got so sick and tired of us doing circuit on Warframe that I'm like, bro, this shit taking too long. I'm trying to get a quick nap or get something to eat and just chill and watch the movie or something. So basically I left the party. Booyah. I get these not insane, but I get some snaps, right? From this one John that been sliding up on my stories. And when I tell y'all, like, it's not insane shit, but it's still like, the shorty was damn near in lingerie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Should have been my first sign, right? So she just constantly sending snaps. I'm like, yo, whoa, hold on. You fake look good type shit. So basically, she's sending me all this shit. Thank you, all that, this and that and the third. So basically, we're going back and forth. I'm getting purple snaps, all this and that. You feel me? She talking crazy. I'm talking a little bit crazy. Turns out the girl was familiar, but I didn't know at the time that I knew the John. Or where I knew the John from. She had dated somebody that I had known. I didn't realize it until it hit me in the face, and I'm like, oh, fuck. But this is what it is, right? So basically, we started here. The first time I ever got this girl phone number, me and her were just talking. We was chatting, you feel me? Nothing too on that type of time, and I'm not somebody who's like overly, I don't see girls as a piece of meat. I'm not a lion, a starved lion, a wolf, and looking for a piece of meat to chow down on. Nah, I'm a human being, and women is human beings too. If I can't have a conversation with you, I don't want nothing with you. So type shit, we talking and all that. Da, da, da. Then her ex comes up, right? This is when I'm first meeting her. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just texting my ex. Okay, cool. We're not in a relationship. We just having our first conversation, first meetup type shit. So I'm like, you still text your ex? She was like, yeah, he just got into a car crash. We go to the same school. Okay, cool. Let's slide and breeze past that. He got into a car crash and all that. Now we're going to fast forward to when me and this shorty actually getting into it. So everything rosy, everything going good as all things do in the beginning. But there's a reason everything must come to an end, because it wasn't the same in the beginning. So I take this girl to her homecoming, right? And at first sight, everything is just completely off. Her homies is racist. Her best friend is weird as hell, because her best friend made an advance on me that I turned down. And ever since then, her best friend hated me. Mind you, her best friend played a vital role in her cheating. Why do I say that? I took her to a homecoming. Her homecoming was the day that I let her meet my mom. I brought her to meet my mom. So that's when she was like, oh, that means we're serious, da da da, whatever, and all that, the third. Yeah, type shit. So cooling. Next thing I know, because that was Saturday, brother like me go to church on Sunday, and it was past my bedtime. Well, I got insomnia. It was past my time to be in bed and look at the ceiling and think about life in the past. So she kissed me. She's kissing me and all that. Da, da, da. She's like, I can't wait to see you on my dad's birthday, which is the next time that she was going to see me, because my dad threw a big party. I'm in this joint. I'm like, cool. I'm excited. So I'm giddy. You feel me? You understand when you like, you kind of get a girl that you like for the first time, and you. But since that day, things started going downhill. That was extremely weird. Because number one, the joint that I'm talking about is obviously a snow bunny. What I will call her is a vanilla villainess, a male marauder, and a Bonnie Blue in training. But we'll get to that. This girl lied to me about being Mexican. Like, I'm talking about, she straight up did Mexican girl makeup, all this, that, and the third. She would play Hispanic music. So all this, and I'm like, maybe this John really is Hispanic. One of my homies, when we was having a conversation, was like, you didn't see her last name and automatically think, gang, I don't know who her father could be married to or her mother could be married to. I don't know if she adopted. And that's a lesson for all of us. Take people what they tell you at face value until you confirm. I didn't know she was Caucasian until I met her parents. And I'm talking about, let's just say Confederate flags, white masks. Yeah. That level. Then she come up to me at that homecoming day. She was like, I'm sorry, I was just really joking and stringing you along. I'm really just Native American and white. So you're just white. Breeze past back to where I was originally at. I just wanted y'all to know. So she already been lying from the beginning. The night that she told me she was going home, which is the same night that she met my mother, she ended up going to a party, the after party for their homecoming. So all this shit is Gucci, right? I'm chilling. I get on the game for a little bit. I feel like I got on Warframe because this was the time I was just biding my time till Black Myth Wukong came out. So I got on Warframe with the boys. We played a little bit. Then I just went into bed and I was just looking up at the sky until the next day rolled by for me to go to church. There was an immediate disconnect from this girl. She was like, I don't know if this is going to work out, type shit. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because I had gotten into some beef with me taking her into homecoming. Or to her homecoming. Because mind y'all, I didn't know who this John was until it hit me in the face. And at that point, I was just like, what's done is done. And I really don't care. But I'm not going to beef with anybody over a John. Which isn't in my nature to beef with anybody over a John. But at this point in my life, or at that point in my life, it wasn't in my nature to beef, period. I was just tired, gang. I had finally started to get itching closer to the freedom and peace that I was seeking from, So this is this immediate disconnect. She's like, I don't think this is going to work. I think we can just be friends and talk on the phone. My response is literally, cool. Cool. Like, it's not on the tip that I got options, but if shorty want to fall out with me, I ain't going to trip. I'm going to just walk to the next bit. You feel me? Type shit. So, immediately after I just said cool and I didn't text her back, right? Let's say 12 hours later, she responds to me and she like, can I post our pictures from my palm on Instagram? Meant to say homecoming. Can I post our homecoming pics on Instagram? But you said you wanted to be friends. And it was such a dramatic change that in the moment I'm just like, what the hell is going on with this John? Is she suffering from remediality? Is she having an aneurysm? Is she suffering from some type of chronic brain disease that I don't know? Because nobody makes a switch that fast unless you bipolar. I'm like, nah, I think we should just wait it out and bite it out. Like you said, let's be friends. Let's not really post too much shit online and all that. Because at the time, my crazy ex did follow her as well. Like my ex before that ex. And she was like, I feel like you just don't want people to see you with me because you got hoes. How ironic. So, we gonna fast track, right? She threw this party when her parents went out. Her and her brother and her siblings threw this party when her parents went out. Me and this girl had already gotten into it deep at this point, but something extremely weird was going on. Something extremely weird kept happening. She had this one homie. We're going to name him Test. You know, the one with the flaming red hair and the two. His first name is the same name as the guy, so we're going to name him Test. Test was always like real weird whenever he got drunk around her. So basically they was at this party. He got drunk and confessed his feelings to her. And then he kissed her. So she said. I had sources saying he didn't kiss her. They kissed each other. Because she said that she stopped it immediately. So she came back to tell me and call me. She was like, I felt so bad. I was da-da-da-da-da-da-da. At the time, I wasn't really tripping. Because, like I said, we was a thing, but it wasn't like I was on some real shit like I'ma stick around for the ride. Cause I had shit I was also dealing with at the time. But I was definitely thrown off. I'm like, use a buster. Especially after I done already introduced that heifer to my mom. I'm like, damn it. She already done coming to the pops party and all this shit. Now I'm gonna have to explain why the hell. So I'm just like, I sweep it under the rug. Cool. Let's fast forward to my dad's birthday party. Gee, she came with a chest full of hickeys. I said, what the hell is on you that look like chicken pox or pepperoni pizza? She over here talking about some, oh, me and my best friend just give each other hickeys when we're bored. Alright now, I'm like, y'all low-key weird. Then she goes, I can show you proof. This succubus opened up the demonic portal that is her my eyes only. And when I tell you, dog, Batty Hub ain't had shit on that girl my eyes only. My heart was in my ass. But we ain't going there. Fast forward some more. When me and her fully into it at this point, there was a day I asked her about that disconnect that I told y'all. I said, so what was all that disconnecting for that day you was just all quick, da, da, da. She was like, oh no, I just realized what I wanted. Something just made me realize what I wanted. I asked her, what made you realize what you want? She said, I just realized nobody could treat me like you can. I said okay, but in my head I'm like, you realize nobody can treat you like I can. So that means that yo heifer and Bonnie Blue male marauder vanilla villainous ass was doing some comparisons. That means that your stupid ass was trying to do that one commercial and then descend in the arms of the angel and figured out he was a demon. So I knew something wasn't right. So I'm just chilling, all right? I just blow it under the bus. Because at this point I just started college, gang. Then something else happens again. At this point is when I'm figuring shit out. I called her one night, right? And asked her how her day was going. She was like, the day's going da 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 da. You know, the white girl chatter. Yes, Stacy, let's go shopping. I wasn't for that. You feel me? She had that Valley Girl accent. No. So I asked her, did she eat? She said yes. I said, what did you eat? She said Chick-fil-A. Gang, it's Sunday when I asked her, what did she eat? According to my college knowledge, Chick-fil-A don't open on Sundays. Because I don't eat Chick-fil-A like that. And if a damn show ain't finna open at 3 a.m. on a Sunday night. So I said, what did you get from Chick-fil-A? This John listed a whole ass Chick-fil-A order. Because my black ass really went through the Chick-fil-A menu and was like, are you dead ass? Because in my head, I'm thinking maybe she meant to say Popeyes, Dave's, Harold's, something chicken. But nah, she was sticking with this Chick-fil-A story. So at this point, in my head, it's time that I build the Rico. And this Rico, oh yes, Lord. This Rico was juicy. Where are you, my friend? Mwah. The Rico is built in here. You feels me? Like, this ain't no Hannah Montana, but I had to do the Rico. I had to build it, shorty. So first of all, she lives in a place where, I'ma just say it like this. No les gustamos, mi amigo. No les gustamos. Me or you. If your skin ain't the same color as an LED light, a luminescent LED light, didn't matter if you was only mixed with some paprika. It don't matter if you mixed with cayenne pepper. You could be mixed with adobo or Goya. No les gustamos, mi amigo. So I really didn't like that area as much. Because, by the way, a lot of her friends was making racist jokes. Like, one of them said they think I'd look good as a Christmas tree ornament. We not gonna get to that story because I almost went back to my old ways and I almost went in. But a prayer was said. Someone was there to pull me away. I'm all good now. Derico, where did Derico begin? I start thinking and overthinking. Y'all know me, and if y'all know me, I knows y'all. I be overthinking like shit because a lot of the times in life I struggle with thinking like I'm not enough. You feel me? Because I done lived a life where a lot of people done told me I'm not enough. I ain't even talking about like relationships or being in love or some shit like that. Just in general, people only measure you by the bad shit that you done. And even now that I'm trying to change, people still bring it up. So a lot of the times I be feeling like I'm not enough, not doing enough, or I can't change enough. But you not gonna make me feel like I'm not enough, god damn it. So I'm overthinking and I'm like, something ain't right. This girl throws another party that night. Then she proceeds to tell me something while she's drunk. She tells me, she's like, oh, this one guy called me to the couch to cuddle and I just went over there. You're in a whole ass relationship with me. Mind you, that wasn't how she put it the first time. The way she put it is that she was sleeping on the couch and the guy came behind her. And you know what I mean by came behind her? Because she told me when she originally told her story that she just felt her pants going down. And then, yeah, that she was too drunk to do anything. I was mightily confused. You know why? Because the couch that she was mentioning was in dead center of her house in the basement where everybody was for the party. So how did he creep up behind you if all your siblings was there? If everybody was there? The whole thing popped off with me knowing when we had a pregnancy scare. That's when she told me. And I said, you waited all this time to tell me some shit like this? Because she made it seem like she got great. Whole time, we gonna get to that. She gonna tell me, she's like, I promise you, I haven't had sex with another man, da, da, da. If I am pregnant, the baby would be yours. I don't want to hear that shit, you Bonnie Blue Mayo, Marauder, Vanilla Villainous, and like, no, bro, no. You homie, you... Bro, when y'all think about 3 a.m., right? Only thing that's open is McDonald's and Shorty Legs. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to it. It's gonna be a lot of dissing. Cause I'm still getting dissed. This is my chance to get it off my chest. So I'm like, you waited all this time to tell me da da da. Months pass by. I revisit this conversation. Cause I told her, I'm like, I don't like party girls. She asked me and I said, I don't like party girls. I never have liked party girls. I like homebodies. And I'm not saying that you have to be home 24/7, but I like a woman who knows, yeah, it's my time to go home. I don't like a John who's like outside 24/7 to the point where every single person in every single spot, every single party, at every single bar, at every single club, on every single street knows you for being outside. It's good to be known, but for being outside shaking ass, or for in the male terms, for you being outside crushing shit or getting crushed, no, nobody wants to be known as just that. At that point, go start an OF. And she was like, well, why don't you trust party girls, or why don't you da da da? I was like, you're a common example of it, because every time you get drunk, something happens. She was like, first of all, I don't even get that drunk. That was only a one-time thing where I was drunk and the guy asked me to come over and cuddle with him. And I did. But you told me that he came behind you when you were already on the couch. This is what I'm saying here. She came to the guy on the couch and she was the little spoon in the little spoon position. And then broski was, you feels me, rubbing up on her, and then it led to what it led to. But she made me think that phone them graped her. Folks, them did not grape her, G. So the whole time this shorty running with this narrative, and I'm pressing the story, I'm like, whoa.
Shut up, bitch.
Repeat what you just said. She's like, oh, I meant that. No, you just got caught in a lie. So what really happened? She said, I'm too drunk to remember what happened. I want y'all to quite frankly be honest with me. Have y'all ever got blackout drunk to the point where y'all never remembered what happened in your own home? Or at a party that you're hosting? Please tell me. Because if so, I'll put a little bit of lenience behind that. But in it of itself, I thought that was bullshit. You got raped in the main area of your house where everybody was at. Everything always had to happen at one of those parties. That's when I'm like, yeah, I can't do nothing or be nothing with this girl full time at this point. And I'm just really waiting for a moment where I gotta leave. Rico's still being constructed at this point. Mind you, we can even skip into this. I didn't trust this girl at all because everybody seemed like a suspect. When I took her to her homecoming, she had this one friend. We gonna call him Rigby. He looked like Rigby from Regular Show. So Rigby, right? When Rigby seen my John, when I took her to her homecoming, the way he hugged her as if he had managed that waist doing some compa or una sensual bachata before. Y'all know if you know how to dance una sensual bachata or compa, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it ain't the type where it's like, oh, we can go back to being friends. No, it's the in the back of the car and there's a nigga. Yeah, the wine of the waist, the Caribbean style, mi amigo. So I'm like, who is that? She said, oh, it's nothing. He's just a friend. Turns out, had to ding, 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 ding. Hammer down a little bit. So basically, what had happened was he was just a friend. But before me, right? And I wasn't tripping because it was before me. I was tripping that she lied because she said she didn't do nothing with the guy. Before me, they had intercourse. Cool. They was like, we was just friends. We was bored. And then we was on. First of all, the way she was making it sound was pissing me off. And she would keep on changing the story. Because one time she was like, oh, we did. Oh, we really didn't do it. He tried to put it in, but only the tip went in. So it doesn't really count. If it went in, that is intercourse. Maybe somebody wasn't paying attention during sex ed. But that's besides the point. So we at Starbucks, right? Mind you, I'm not a Starbucks guy. She worked at Starbucks. So she would get free drinks and shit or cheaper drinks and shit sometimes. And she wanted me to try the pink drink for the first time. So when I was sipping that pink drink, I'm like, you sure this guy ain't really nothing to you? He was like, yeah, we're just a friend. He's just a friend. But me and her best friend at the time and him had a planned threesome by the end of the year. But you told me he was just a friend. Come to find out he crushed you. Come to find out you had a planned threesome with him and your best friend. While your best friend was still in a relationship. With a minor. Should I keep going? That is very fun to do, by the way. I'm sorry. So at this point, hold on. I can even pull up the picture. Like, bro, at this point, I really don't even want to be around this joint. But like I told y'all, I call those places NHTs. You feel me? Hunting territory. And yeah, I am my mama's youngest child. The Lord knows I have put that woman through enough. I, in Jesus' name, will be the one to bury her in GTA. Loruko Jesu, she will not be the one to bury me. So yeah, my sense of survival now is way more up than it used to be. Because I've been in those situations before. But dog, when I tell y'all after she told me this shit, dog, this was me in her car. Because I ain't had a car at the time. Well, not even her car. Her mother's car. After she told me that she had a planned threesome with her best friend and her friend. Hold on, let me find it. Let me find the one that I'm really looking for. Dog, I ain't want to make no eye contact with her whatsoever. She was trying to take pictures and shit. Nah, I was hitting her with that paparazzi special. No pictures, please. No pictures. Then she tried to... October 23rd, 2023. Nah, wasn't going for it, gang. Wasn't going at all. And then she's like, that would never happen. It would only happen if we weren't in a relationship. So that means it would happen. So that's the end of the shit with Rigby. I run into her ex-boyfriend without her knowing at one point. And he gives me this look up and down. Mind you, he's shorter than me. Then he scoffs at me, right? And mind you, I done been in racist altercations and racist shit all the time. So when a person of the other species tries to do any type of shit with me or start any type of shit to me, if it don't escalate physically, I'm not gonna do nothing. Like, at the end of the day, it's sticks and stones. I've actually had broken bones. So unless you intend to break them again, just walk your little punk ass on. It's just words at the end of the day. Unless you say something crazy that make me have to slap you like my name was Jude Bellingham. But I'm wondering, in the spirit, I'm hearing not saxophones, because I am the saxophone. In the spirit, I'm hearing Nigerian voodoo drums. I'm like, something ain't right. So I ask her, I'm like, yo, when's the last time you seen your ex? Oh, I seen him at this one party I went to. Okay. You seen him at this one party you went to. You seen him at this other party you went to. You seen him at this. Like I said, everybody's a suspect at this point. Her best friend who was a girl, her friend who they had a plain threesome with, her ex, and then somebody else I didn't know about all this time. So, mbuyakasha. Let's get into it like my name was Michelangelo. You feel me? MC Mikey on some shit. I'm really just doing my music. I'm in this for the low at this point and building the Rico. One day, you see, this ain't the phone I had back then, but one day you see me, I pull up this trusty, dusty, handy phone. You feel me? At around like promiscuous hours. No, I was not going to pull up that Betty Hub, you little freaky bastards. I was checking SnapMap because when I looked at Find My, one of my homies' locations was where God knows he had no business being. So I'm checking Snapchat to make sure that like his phone ain't glitching. Cause he sent me, he sent me a snap, but it did not look like the area that the Find My app was telling me. So I'm like, I'm double checking. I'm like, bro, at this point, something ain't right. So I look and I see my girl at the time, my ex. I see her location somewhere that I do not recognize for shit. Now, I'm somebody who, I don't believe in sharing locations in relationships. Like, unless it's for safety, I really don't. Because what do you want to do? You just want to monitor me. And I'm going to tell you, on some real shit, folks, I've lived a life where I've had to look over my shoulder. I'm not living a life anymore where I feel like I'm always being monitored 24/7. If it ain't the police, if it ain't the principal, if it ain't this person, if it ain't that, if it ain't this, if it ain't... No more. Cutting the reins off anything. I want to fully be free and at peace at this point in my life. I'm chasing that and praying for that. I'm not finna have the feeling that somebody like this on their phone looking at my location 24/7. That shit dead. So I don't share my location on Snap, but people share their locations on Snap with me and on the Find My, which on some shit, I share my location with like the people I need to. I know. If some shit go down, I know you gonna come get me. So I look and I see her Snapchat location. I'm like, I don't know where the hell that is. So I'm asking her, I text her, I'm like, yo, where you at? She said, I'm at my best friend's house. I've been in her best friend's house. I know what her other best friend's house looks like. I know what her third best friend's house looks like. Because she got so many best friends. It got to the point where I'm telling her, I'm like, you know, all these people ain't really your friend. And you call way too many people your friend or your best friend. And they don't got your best intentions in mind at all. That's when she was like, oh, you never seen this one before. All this and that and the third. Okay. Mind you, I memorized everything like my name was Mike Ross. Might not be to his detail, to his degree. But if it's a picture, if it's a word, or if it's some shit, like, bro, I kid you not, I'm going to just say something like this. There's a license plate number that I read off in the middle of the night that I've remembered from so long ago. Right? Why do I have a license plate number stuck in my head? Don't worry about it. But it get to the point like this. I'm like, okay, cool. She told me she was at her best friend's house. Her best friend, we gonna call her Succubus. Her best friend Succubus, her walls don't look like that. Her floor tiles do not look like that. The kitchen does not look like that. And you have never been in that part of the house that you snapped me. Because you go straight to that bed. Now, mind you, I know where Succubus's house is because on SnapMap and the Find My app, I've already seen where her house is because I've been to her house. I've drove to her best friend's house. I'm just kidding. Nah, never. Not that one. She built like an ant from The Bug's Life. But, yeah, I've drove to her best friend's house. That was one of the places where she tried to make the advance that I cut that shit off immediately that she started hating me. So you lied about being at Succubus's house. Mind you, this house, I was wondering what the hell is going on here. So I'm trying my hardest not to revert back to my old ways. But you feel me? The devil on my shoulder was telling me, he was like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Pull up the traffic cams. And what do? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I pulled up the traffic cams. Don't look at me crazy. Don't you dare look at me crazy. Y'all be the main ones talking about some, oh, I want a man that's crazy obsessed with me. Then when I start hitting you with that obsession, not the obsession special. Let me not say that. When I start hitting you with the I'm crazy about you special, oh, now I'm too crazy. This is what you wanted, so you gonna take this shit all the way. Like we was in the bed hunching that night, baby, like you did the other night. You was great at it, by the way, but you gonna take all this craziness, mamas. So I pull up the traffic cam. I see a car that looked like the exact model of her mama car that she driving in the driveway. Mind you, her best friend driveway don't look like that. And at this point, I'm like, what the hell is going on right now, bro? So I didn't see the license plate, so I didn't jump to conclusions. But my spirit was telling me that car is her mama car. That girl is in the house. I just didn't know whose house she was in, though. Then she again told me that she was at Riley's house. Mind you, I was on the game with the boys at this time, not paying her no mind. Then her location switched. I said the heifer name. Damn it. Oh, shit, dog. Then she said, matter of fact, I really don't care. Then she said she was at her best friend Succubus's house, which then her location actually shifted to her best friend's house. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, this heifer trying to play me. So the Rico case started getting built. Brody, turns out, come to terms with it. She's at this weird place again. And she's like, oh, I'm just going out with my friends. I said, okay, cool. Show your friends. She left me undelivered when I said, show me your friends. I'm like, okay, you dumb as hell, because if you're going to cheat, do it the right way. Why do you have your location shared with everybody on your Snapchat and then your location shared with me on the Find My app? So I pull up the location on both Snapchat and the Find My app to make sure that it was the right location. I turn on the traffic cam of that location. Dog. Mind you, the traffic cams can't show you everything, but if it's like a parking lot in the general vicinity, it might pick it up. Gee, I seen that same car that was on that driveway, but I seen it in a parking lot. And I seen the car hitting the Fat Joe. I'm talking about everybody lean back. What? I can't lie to you. Ask me again. What? Hell yeah, the car was hitting the lean back every which way. The car was going in different directions like a Tekken combo. You know how you got to hit the analog stick to hit the electric wing god fist? That's how the car was going in every which way. So my heifer was getting tossed around like a Frisbee or a Caesar salad. And she thought I was just going to go for it? What's good, gang? Oh, we getting to it. I'm going to tell you. Make sure y'all follow up. So in my heart of hearts, I'm really thinking I should really hit her with the Randy Orton special. Because right now, I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. The voices was talking to me and they was counseling me. Cause you feels me, I don't give a damn if the car was in drive, neutral. Oh, the devil was telling me to get that car parked. But I'm not like that. I'm a good man. I'm a man of the Lord. I gave my heart to the Christ, to Cristo. All right, gang, you could sit your ass down somewhere else talking about some the Randy Orton song wasn't tough. Randy Orton always tough. What is you talking about, G? But back to the story. So I'm wondering now, because at this point I'm thoroughly conflicted, but I'm just keeping my tongue, you feel me, clenched, because at this point I don't really know what's going on. And I don't want to accuse her and automatically make it known that I'm crazy or like I'm on some crazy shit, because at the same time I'm looking at her through a traffic camera or looking at her car through a traffic cam, and I don't want to be like, yo, I caught you on the traffic cam. Mind you, I did, you feel me, record the footage of that car getting tossed every which way, because weird shit just kept on happening. So me and her, at this point, we always fighting, we always arguing. And if you know me, I really don't like to argue. I don't really like to talk too much either, because God knows my voice was not made for arguing, and I'm at the point in life I really just don't want to talk or argue with anybody. If you want it, you got it. You're cool. Shit. I'm in the wrong, you in the right. But this heifer started taking that too far, where she actually started thinking that she was gonna walk all over me. Now, some more shit was happening where this shorty started smelling like weed. Mind you, this vanilla villainous, this mayo marauder, this mayo monster, this cream colored colonizer, she don't smoke, she vape. And the strain, a weed that I smelled on her, that was a very familiar strain. I'm not gonna go into that because on that one, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. But I know the smell of that weed, and I know who sells that. Not personally, but I'm like, oh yeah, she done got crushed by bro. You know how long you have to be around somebody to actually smell like the weed they smoke or that they got around them? You already know what I'm saying. So we just constantly at this point, arguing, because she's mad that I have female friends. And her argument is that I'm angrier that your female friends are better looking than me. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Mind you, we all got some crazy ass homegirls. Mind you, my homegirls is like, yeah, so and so definitely look better than her. This is a friend that I won't even call a homegirl, because everybody is like, yeah, you probably gonna end up with her and end up marrying her. Shit, who knows? If God want me to do it, won't he do it? Cause this the same one that I told you that she like a brand spanking new grill on Labor Day. You just want to do nothing but just slap some meat on that junk. Yes, Lord, she fine as hell. But as the man that my mom raised, I joke around a lot about being a virgin, this, that, and the third. But I would never cheat. My mama did not raise me to do that. My mama did not raise me to call women bitches on all some shit. Like, you can hear my like songs. I don't do that. And it's not because I'm trying to be cool or trying to be different and all that. Nah, I was just raised with respect. Now, if the word comes out my mouth, it's to joke around or to be funny, da-da-da-da. But I'll never look at a joint that's mine or my woman and be like, that's my bitch. Or like, you my bitch. Nah, it don't even sound right coming out my mouth. I'm not going to lie. I don't get the general appeal of that. Plus, I'm already an aggressive human as it is. So saying some shit like that, I don't understand how that could like come off as loving. But yeah, love a boy to the core. Never, ever cheated. Never. And if somebody tell you otherwise, they are a liar. So, now let's get to some more shit. So she constantly saying, I feel like you're going to cheat with your girl best friend or your friends, da 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 da. I have a friend, right? I have known this girl for so long that I have never touched this girl. I have never done nothing with this girl. Like, everybody be wondering and thinking that we did some stuff. We have never done anything ever. Hold on. Oh shit, how punk ass. She doing something right now. I was even gonna call her ass, be like, have I ever done anything with you? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me call somebody up right now and see if they free. Cause my mama did not raise me like that. Yo, you free? That shit was on voice, man. But when you call me, I gotta pick up. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm going to get somebody to back up this point. I'm so serious. Why is everybody off? Matter of fact, we'll get to it later. But I have never in my life cheated. And I could call these people when they're free on another story time and they could back you up on that. Never. You cannot associate my name with that word. Because number one, I have been, can I say this on tour? I have been tortured physically and mentally in GTA for years. I'm not trying to, you feel me, inflict that same type of mental torture or anything similar to that type of torture on anybody ever in my life. Because when you get cheated on, you start thinking about, what did I do that this person did? Or what did I not do that this person was doing? What did I not have that this person had? Was I not enough? I might not have been enough. This person might have been my better. Why are they giving everything to this person that I constantly asked and begged for? Da, 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 da. I'm not going to do that to somebody. If I feel like it ain't working, it ain't working. So I'm constantly being accused of going to cheat or cheating. Never. So it got to a point where I was supposed to go on a trip to Atlanta with one of my homegirls, but it was not just us. Like we was gonna go to B&B. No, we was gonna go meet a homie of mine who was a dude. Cause at the time we was a friend group of 3, me, her, and him. And she's like, "Oh nah, y'all gonna be singing songs in the car together. Y'all gonna be vibing. Y'all gonna be bro, like,
shut up, bitch."
Then she's like, "I told my friends about this and they were all like, yeah, that signs for cheating. First of all, you bird brain, Bonnie Blue in training. Why would you tell your friends about it and then listen to them when they're the ones who cheat on their boyfriends?" One of your so-called best friends literally had a train ran on her by a whole football team. The other one cheated on her minor boyfriend with her of-age ex-boyfriend when she went back to her hometown. So, oh Jesus, I'm getting a headache thinking about this. Oh, my head hurts, bro. Whenever I think about this Bonnie Blue, vanilla villainous, male monster, male marauder, evil dream sucking succubus, this meat mangling, cum guzzling, hold me hopping, meat detangling, meat munching, cum gobbling. I'm sorry. That's how my character. Whew. But it started getting to a point where it was too much, where she was pressing this best friend thing. And I'm like, yo, do you feel guilty about something? And she was like, no, I've been faithful to you ever since we've been in a relationship, ever since you asked me to be your girlfriend. I say, okay. Since I asked you to be my girlfriend, mind you, before I asked you to be my girlfriend, you were the one saying that you're mine and mine alone, da da da, this, that, and the third. Mind you, when girls was flirting with me before I asked you to be my girlfriend, you were threatening them. Mind you, all this was going on and you were claiming me live on social media and this and all that and the third. But that word was what got me before I officially asked you to be my girlfriend. I said, okay, there was a time when you said something that you like wanted to get a chain with an initial, or you wanted me to do something with you, but you said you didn't want to do it at that time. Why? She was like, oh, no reason. It was just, I felt like it wasn't the right time. I said, okay, now this is a big question. Why do you constantly throw a fit or get mad when I play All Girls Are the Same by Juice WRLD? She said, it just makes me feel really uncomfortable. Like, why do you feel that way? Why do I feel that way? It's a song. It's relatable. And it's correct. Because when I kept hammering down on this same topic, that's when she finally broke out to say, I'm sorry. And she just broke out in tears. You're sorry about what? She says that the day that she, you feel me, said that she was going to go to her ex or her best friend's house, succubus, she ended up actually going to her ex-boyfriend's house. Right? I said, okay, so you just decided to go out there out the blue. She said, no, the day that I met your mother, I actually ended up going to the after party for the homecoming. Me and him met up, we got drunk, and he ended up eating me out on the bathroom floor. What are we talking about? Then she hit me with the, this is her exact words verbatim after she said it. She said, I felt so bad. Like when we got into it, I just wanted to see if he changed, but it was always going to be you. If he changed, clearly it wasn't going to be me because you wanted to see if he changed for a reason. That's when she hit me with the, it was just my body that I gave him, but I was thinking about you the whole time and you had my heart.
Shut up, bitch.
Nobody want to hear that bullshit. Then I was like, wait a minute. He knew you took somebody to homecoming. He knew I took you to homecoming. So what was that? He said, yeah, he acknowledged it. He said, yeah, but what about what's his name? I'm gonna scoot in close to tell y'all this. One of my biggest pet peeves in dating, in just in talking, in anything with these heifers, you will not reduce me to a what's his name or an option. You will not put me down for another man to feel like he got one over on me or this, that, and the third, or make me look like a complete utter cuck or buster. Hell nah, G. Folks, I can't do it, shorty. I can't. You will see the actual real side of me come out very soon. People might call me a crash out. Nah, it's much worse than that. The crashing never stopped. It just was covered up better. But I said, so you did all this, but you never told me in the moment. She said, I was ashamed and I was embarrassed. If you wanted to do that, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't shame you. I wouldn't guilt you. I wouldn't. But you didn't tell me this because you knew I was going to leave you. And mind you, you constantly kept denying it when I brought it up to you. Mind you, I already had proof because, again, like I told y'all, it was a point in time when I did catch her on the traffic camera with him. Walking. Just walking, giddy, into the house where he proceeded to slap that ass. The value of the coos goes down when you realize that everybody can get a taste of the coos. Like, let me tell you something. If you feel like your strokes ain't up to par, you can call Shorty WD-40. She'll let you get all the rust out. You feel me? She'll help you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to make myself laugh before I actually. So, there we go. Then, I start asking her, I'm like, what possessed you in your right mind to do that? And then what made you switch so quickly? So this was the reason why you switched up so quickly, why you said we should just be friends. She was like, yeah, my best friend told me that you were cheating. Your best friend don't know me. The only thing that your best friend knows about me is that I rejected her advances towards me because she wanted to get slayed when she first saw me. I don't blame her. A chocolate stallion like this, you feels me? Nice chocolate, speak Yoruba, speak Spanish, you feel me? Una sensual bachatas, compas, works out, makes music, looks good as hell. I don't blame you for wanting to ride this stallion. But I like mine's thickalicious, delicious, Hispanic, black, Asian, anything that ain't Caucasian. And that can give me some nice persuasion. But yeah, like I already told y'all, that don't apply to my ex because she lied about being Hispanic. And I stayed like a dumbass. But I thought like cutting somebody off because of their race or them lying about their race was like a shallow reason to cut them off. But what I've learned is that if somebody can lie about something that little, they will definitely lie their ass off about something that big. Because mind you, the situation we're currently on where I finally did catch her saying that she had intercourse with her ex and that she did multiple sexual things with her ex, I had hammered down multiple times after I've already gathered enough proof that she's done these things. Now, you know what's worse? I got the truth of the ex out of her. Now I'm trying to get the truth of the friend out of her. I'm telling her, I'm like, okay, so what possessed you to do this? Like I said, she said her best friend said that I was cheating. I said, why does your best friend think that I was cheating on you? And why do you always go and tell your best friend everything that I tell you? Because you's a chatterbox and a relationship is supposed to be kept secret. Some things need to be kept secret because some of y'all be going off telling y'all quote unquote partners, homeboys, or homegirls about this, that, and the third that your partner doing wrong. Be telling the highs and the lows, specifically the lows and the lowers to some of these people. And all you doing is giving them the right way to just snatch the rug up from under you. For them to take your partner from you and treat them better than you do. Because some of these people, they understand you's the problem. So the fact that you gotta always exert everything that happens in our relationship and conversations that's supposed to stay between me and you to your friends is a problem, because your friends are making advances on me, saying that I can give you what she can't. But you never knew that, did you? You burn braid bastard punk Vonnie Blue and training heifer. Isn't it backy of the guy? I'm sorry. The song is still stuck in my head. So she just constantly saying it. She said, nah, my best friend said that you cheated, da da da. I said, why did she say that I cheated? Because you told your aunt to read a message and you said don't read it out loud.
Shut up, bitch.
So now, on this cellular device, I can't give the phone to my TT and say, yo, TT, read this message out. Read this message, but don't read it out loud. Read it in your head. Because it was some wild shit in that text message, because my homie sent it to me, because I told him where I was. And he was telling me, yeah, if it gets wicked, you already know. Send the word. And we coming. And it's going to be smoke on the flow. I can't say that in the neighborhood that I was in. So that's why your best friend said that I was cheating. Mind you, again, the motive that she said I was cheating was because, my brothers and sisters, I had already rejected one of her advances towards me. And she was still making advances towards me in front of my ex at the time. Because at the time, they even wanted to have a threesome with me. And I wasn't going. I wasn't going at all. My girlfriend was like, why? She's not bad. No, she's built like a character from The Bug's Life.
Shut up, bitch.
Wrong button. So no, I'm not going. She's just constantly trying to always be in the relationship. And it was on some shit that, okay, if I can't have you, you can't have her. And if I can't have her, no one's going to have anybody. Mind you, she has a whole boyfriend. That is a minor, by the way. That, by the way, abuses her. And she was abusing him back. But you're a grown-ass woman. But you want to be in my relationship. This ain't about her. She will be a separate story time. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one for that heifer. So, I'm like saying, okay. But I cut my phone off. Like, I turned the phone off, all this and that and the third. I didn't want to talk to her the whole time. She was at work. She called me. I'm like, because in reality, men can act so tough and women can act so tough, but there is no remedy for the pain of knowing that someone cheated on you or someone stepped out of the relationship with their ex. I really can't tell you, G, what's worse, if somebody's stepping out on a relationship with you with their ex or with your partner. I honestly don't know. I think the partner one is worse, but still with the ex, it deals a fatal ass blow, because it's like, was I not treating you right that you had to go to this so-called person that used to beat you, manipulate you, do all this to you, da 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 da? Turns out, Brody wasn't even really that bad of a human being. She was. Because it got to the point where she started comparing me to him towards the end of the relationship. Because I was hammering on one other thing. The so-called friend that was just a friend that they never did anything. One day, I get sent this snap, right? And I opened it too fast before she could delete it. I tried to save it, and then when I did save it, she deleted the shit. Like, I tried to save it in the chat, she deleted the shit. This was the snap. Her so-called friend was in her bed with the purple lights on, G, the dim purple lights, not you know what them dim purple lights mean. That's not demon time, that's love making time. And then the so-called friend is in her bed like these, in a beater, pants unbuttoned, on her bed, gang. And her mother has this quote unquote rule: there are no boys in the room. But somehow, some way, your quote unquote only friend, your homie, was dead smack in the middle of your bed while your hair looked like the safari. Oh, there was some ramborazinga going on in that cruise. Because in my head, I'm thinking, que chicandos, what the hell is going on? I'm tired at this point. I had a really shitty day at school, but I was having a really good ass, you feel me, level up because I had just bought the new Xbox and I was unpacking it. I was smelling all the technology. Then I just seen her ass send me that snap. I was loading up Warframe too. Really about to get it on it with the boys. Then I just seen that shit. I said, que chicandos, mi amigo. Jesus Cristo Santa Maria, please help me. Along by me share because my brothers and my sisters. When I tell you, I understand people be using the term, oh, don't call me Batman because I be robbing. No, I'm not Robin. I'm Red Hood. I'm definitely Jason Todd. No, please don't play with me. I'ma do you like Jason Todd did the Joker. Please don't play with me. Not saying to a woman, I don't put my hands on women. My mama did not raise me like that. I'm saying to anybody that you think you gonna play me with, oh yeah, it's raps for them. And it's raps for you too in a different way. Cause I'll be expose your stupid ass. Really? You just had to up and daisy on me. But we get to it. And I'm like, okay, because it's at the point where that friend is testing me too. Every one of her friends is testing me to the point where it's like, yeah, all y'all gotta go. I look like I'd be a good Christmas tree ornament, right? Let's see who gonna turn me into one at this point. I think you would look good at Swiss cheese in GTA. Just kidding. But it just keep on going and keep on going. I'm like, so what happened? She's like, oh nah, somebody's in this somebody else is in the room. Her other quote unquote best friend. We're gonna call her Haitian. Not cause she was Haitian, but like, what do you call a Haitian? A Zoe. Put an E behind that. That's shorty name. So Haitian was in the room with her. Apparently, she's like, he's not the only person in the room. I told her, show me the room. She did not show me that room and she did not respond. Mind y'all, I know a lot of y'all is talking about why did you stay this long, King? I'ma tell you. We as people who love and love hard, we let a lot of bullshit slide sometimes. And that relationship told me I am not a park. I am not a water park. And I might have done it once or twice. But me personally, I'm not letting shit slide. I've slide. You feel me? But I'm not letting shit slide. Not no more. Never again. Not after that. None getting swept under the rug. You getting rolled in the rug. And you getting tossed out like garbage day. I'm praying like this story time is cohesive. Because like this is my first like story time back. So I just hope y'all bearing with me. And I hope it's entertaining. I love y'all by the way. But G. It's okay. It's K. I'm pressing it. And I'm like, so show me the room. No response, obviously. But when she calls me, she down in the basement where her brother lived. Because her brother moved out the house, then moved back in and paid rent, and he lived in the basement of his parents' house with them. So, they where the brother at, in the brother room and shit. Now they both on Omegle and shit. And I'm hearing bro talking on the dude on Omegle, and it's like, nah, this ain't my girl. We just be with each other from time to time. And she made a face where she was like, oh yeah, you caught, ho? And I already got screenshots. And I got tapes. And I got, oh my God, I got evidences. I don't got evidence. I got evidences. I got evidence on top of evidence on top of evidence on top of evidence. I could make a documentary. I could make a documentary on your ass, shoot. What is we talking about? I literally could make a documentary called I might even label this story time Surviving My Ex. So at this point, I'm overly done. And what is her excuse to throw in my face? Oh, but you be around all these bitches. And what do I have to say?
Shut up, bitch.
That's what I'm thinking about in my head. I need to put the other rock. The one that he said, the Austin Theory. I need to put that on this soundboard. So it's always at the constant homegirls. Because mind you, I said that she felt guilty. Nah. She said it was just, he didn't mean to say it like that. He meant like we just hang out time to time because we don't hang out as much as we used to. We just be with each other from time to time. No, this ain't my girl. We just be with each other from time to time. How the hell else am I supposed to take that? How would y'all take that? Ladies, how would y'all take that if y'all man was with a shorty on some type of like meetup app like Omegle, Monkey and all that, and he like, oh no, this ain't my girl. We just be with each other from time to time. And fellas, how would you feel if a guy was with your girl and talking about something, oh no, this ain't my girl. We just be with each other from time to time. What way is there to take that? There's no other way, correct? Maybe I'm crazy because she started making me feel like I was crazy. That's one reason why I did build the RICO case as long as I did. Because this girl was using my trauma against me as much, and she would always say like, my trust issues, da 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 da. I'm not the one who did this and that and the third to you. You should be able to trust somebody else. All this and that. Just gaslighting to the fullest. And from now on, nobody will ever do that shit to me ever again with my trauma or with my past, with my PT. No. You even try it, you getting kicked to the curb. Before you can even light the gas, I'ma smoke the whole shit. Get out of here. Moonwalk your ass out the door. Now, let's get back to test. So that one slides by, and I'm just like, you know what, at this point, I'm just going to leave. I want to play Warframe. I've had a very shitty day. Please just leave me alone. We get to test. Mind you, I have broken up with her at this point. And I'm thinking, maybe let's get back together. Because she starts crying and all that, this and the third, da 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 da. She starts lying. She says, I'm pregnant. I've been late, all this, that, and the third. She said, if we have a baby, we have to stay together forever. I can't do this by myself. I can't do this without you. You're going to have to. I'm kidding. But mind you, in my heart, I'm really praying to the Lord because I'm like, I don't want to have a child with this girl. The woman I do have a child with, I want my child to be brought up in love, realizing that, yeah, my dad loves my mom. That's definitely. Why is my camera froze? We serious right now, G? There we go. That's definitely what I would want my child to. I hope it wasn't froze for that long. I pray, please, because I just glanced over. I gotta have this shit open up here too. But G, so that's what it was. And I'm like, I pray. I want the woman that I bring a child with, for my children to see how this is how a man is supposed to love his woman, and this is how a woman's supposed to love that. I want them to have the complete household shit. I will not be the perfect parent, I know that, but I'm definitely going to try my best to be the best that I can be. And with that girl, I'm like, no, I cannot provide that for my child if I have a child with this girl, because God forbid. There's shit that I'm rolling over to make this story time quick and easy. Because there's other, I want to break this up into parts. We'll be here for at least 24 hours if I tell the full story. Then it won't be, it'll just be me. You feel me? Rambo Razin. I want to tell it A through Z. Nice and clean cut. Like my ship up. Oh boy, I can't wait for this hair to just grow back to normal. I've been looking at it for, just leave me alone. So, test. We broke up at this point, and I'm trying to see, because she's like, I'll change, da da da. So I'm like, if you say you'll change, I'll give you another chance. Do not ever do that shit. You understand? Learn from my mistake. Once you leave your ex, do not ever do that shit. Once you leave your ex, do not ever go back. Never, 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 never. We are never, ever, ever getting back together, ever. Never. Hell nah. Just leave them. They are X for a reason. Matter of fact, they ain't even an X. They a Y. You ask me if I ever been in a relationship, I say hell to the nah. Hell to the nah, nah, to the nah, nah, nah. But test. So basically, we at this point right now where I'm trying to see if we gonna get back together. It's not looking good because she just came back 25 billion times worse. I see a name on this list for her birthday list, and it's Tess' full name. Mind you, I done already had people come back to tell me that, like, yeah, she was lying to you. He didn't kiss her. They kissed each other, and she let it go on for a while. Mind you, she didn't even know. I had proof. I had video proof. I had snitches in her backyard and in her camp. One of your friends was dating one of my homies. And one of my homies that you never even knew, because I never introduced you, was at your parties. So, bro, I had already gotten proof, and I'm like, I seen the last name. I didn't know bro last name. They didn't give me the last name. But they gave me everything under the sun on bro. So I was like, is this the guy that you quote unquote said kissed you at your party? And tried to fall in, and said that he was madly in love with you, that he wanted to start a family with you, this, that, and the third with you when he was drunk. She said no. My brother in Christ, that was the final and last straw. Or second to last straw. Because she said something that just made me say like, nah, it's done. And then she yelled at me in front of the homies. It was raps. So she said no. Then she pulled up on me for her birthday because I was supposed to take her out. Mind you, I had something planned. The first time I was like, let's just go to the mall and wing it. She was like, that's so immature. You're supposed to be my man. You're supposed to plan something else. So when I planned something, the whole thing just went back to what I originally said. She was like, let's just go to the mall and wing it. It's my birthday. I feel like doing that. I don't miss being in a relationship, man. Because even going to the mall was just a hassle because a whole bunch of girls were looking at me. Not even me being on cocky shit, was just looking at me and this and that and third. And she was just making a scene. I'm like, bro, they can look. But me as a man, it's up to me if I want to give the looks the attention. Besides the point. She pulled up on me. She finally was like, I'm so sorry. She started crying, busting out with crocodile tears. She's like, I just want to tell you that I lied to you because I didn't want you to be mad. I just wanted to have a good night at the party. Yeah, Johnny is the guy that I kissed at the... I was like, bro, I already knew it was him. I just gave you the benefit of the doubt to actually tell me the truth. I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure this shit not going to work out because you's a habitual liar and I cannot trust you. And I don't think I'll ever be able to. It's your birthday, so I'll definitely do the shit that I said I was going to do because I'm a man of my word. But as far as... That's when she started crying. She started, why would you say that? Eyes turned red, just crying and all that. I'm like, you're crying because I called you a habitual liar. How do you think I feel knowing I was going through your racist ass place where you live, knowing that all these people was side-eyeing me, snickering at me, scoffing at me, saying all these racist things about me, laughing at me for reasons I never knew why until I found out that it was because you was the Bonnie Blue of the block. And I never knew. Everybody got a squeeze of that coos, and I was just getting low-hanging fruit. Over here in the beginning, thought I was getting me a bad Hispanic Mexican, you feel me? Some nice shit. Just a Bonnie Blue in training. Then I found out her and bro got into some shit. Mind you, when I broke up with this girl, this is the last bit of confirmation that I knew, so I can end this at 1:30. When I finally broke up with that girl, because gang, sophomore year started, and I'm not gonna lie, sophomore year was great, but I got hit with some shit physically and mentally that I had to deal with that was extremely hard, that I could not be in a relationship for either way. So God always got his perfect timing. Thank you, Cristo. But I wish you would rotate. I wish this camera would rotate. It's okay. I'm replacing you very soon. Don't worry. Don't you worry your little ass about it. I'm replacing your ass. But I broke up with her. Guess what? I had 5 different people send me one image. Her with 3 of my homies. Well, I won't even call them homies, but they're not acquaintances either. They're definitely people that if I see them, it'll be like, oh yeah, you don't got a group, I don't got a group. Yeah, let's go together. Never introduced them. I see her with them in the club, just shaking ass on the, and then some of the homies is assholes because they dead ass like took the black marker on the app and circled the image and was folks to circle that shit like 5 times. You were like, this her, right? I was like, are you serious? One of my homies said, yo, bro, you want the footage? I was like, I don't even want to see that shit, bro. Mind you, somebody else had already sent it to me. And then one of my other homies that was there confirming, he was like, bro, she was being a straight hoe. Do not go back. I'm so glad for this. I hope she cheated on you. I was like, God damn. My little cousin, Amir, y'all be seeing this. He was like, bro, you bag bad Johns every single day. And you decided to settle down with a bad looking John. I was like, damn, that shit kind of hurt. I was like, bad looking? Jesus, you damn right. He was like, not even bad looking in a way like she ugly. He was like, she bad for business. I said, you damn right she bad for business, because I want my woman to be a representation of me, because I'm a representation of my woman. Now, if you was a Bonnie Blue in training, I look like a cuck. If I'm out here cheating on you, just smiting everything, slaying everything that walk around, you look like a girl that can just get walked all over. So nah, that's not how we do it. So that's really how it was. So in cases, I got cheated on multiple times, and I just found out all in a rush, like towards the end when it finally broke off. Now, hey, was it easy afterwards? Like, I'll definitely say that after I broke up with her and I was really good. Because when I broke up with her, I'm not going to lie, I broke up with her at the right time, because that's when Black Myth Wukong came out. Ain't nothing was going to stop me from playing that game. I'm so serious. I don't care if the sky was falling, like Adele said. I was going to play Black Myth Wukong till it finished. I was going to tell the sky, wait! Atlas! Hold the sky! Until I finished Black Myth Wukong. Throat getting sore, bro. So I broke up with her at the right time, so it wasn't really hitting me as to what was going on, because I was enjoying the game. That game was fantastic. There's no way it didn't win Game of the Year. But then months started going by, and then I just started thinking, I'm like, what did I do to make it that easy to just make me feel like shit? Or to just be like this? And you was just so easily capable of doing it. And then even if you did all of it and you just left me alone, I would have been so okay with it. But now you're lying on my name. Now you're saying I'm the one who cheated on you with my best friend, with this, that, and the third, painting negative pictures and stories about me that are false. Mind you, I still have the proof, because when I broke up with you, you threatened to kill my best friend in GTA. You threatened to kill one of my homies in GTA. And you threatened to kill one of my cousins in GTA. And you punched dog shit out of one of my homies in the stomach before because he said something that you didn't like in GTA. But you want to build up all these stories about me. I want to leave you alone. But you just on these apps just... And like, bro, I could screenshot right now. No bullshit. First John. I could post a story right now. The story time I just posted. She's the first person to view my story. Now I know y'all gonna be like, why didn't you block your ex? I did. Because every time I try to block her on my public story again, this is what pops up. So I really don't know. Because I don't want to ever have any interaction with her ever again. Because a lot of people said, oh, she think you coming back. I'm never going to you. Because guess what? When I broke up with you, shorty, this was all I could play. Some heifer. Ain't nothing like bouncing back from a badass relationship, getting you back in the gym, getting your relationship right with God, coming to terms with your past, which is something that I did this year, and I thank the Lord for, because honestly, I never thought I would. But I came to terms with my past, bounced back from a negative relationship, and guess what? It got me feeling like And I knew that she was gon' go. I said, just leave me alone. But she left my heart so torn. Said they say no hair like woman's. A woman's deadly scorn. But this shorty scorned me. And I know that she's a whore. You lied to me. Even though you said you'd never leave. You lied to me. Even though I tried, you still did this. You lied to me. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. How did you just call? Oh, 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 they FaceTiming. They FaceTiming. Return of the. Hold on. G, you just called me. We keep calling each other at the same time and it's blowing shit out of me. Okay, I'm gonna wait for them to call me. We kept calling each other at the same time, gang. Okay. We called each other at the same time. G, I'm on stream right now, right? Okay. I just need you to say something for confirmation so they know that I'm not lying. As a grown man, have I ever cheated or given you vibes that I would cheat on another woman?
No, I don't believe you would cheat first, but you would definitely cheat back. Like you wouldn't do it first. Like you like feel some shit, and you're like, like you're loyal, but you're not stupid. If that makes sense.
God bless you, my sister. I will call you when I'm done with the stream. You have a fantastic day.
You too.
That was my proof. That was my proof. Now back to what I was saying. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. You know that I'll be back. See, I knew that she was a hoe. And I knew that she was going. But surely I turned a blind eye. But all she did was lie. You lied to me. Even though I said that I loved you, you lied to me. You were cheating up about them blue. You lied to me. Oh, I don't know how much I would lose. You lied to me. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Yeah. Return of the Mac. I ain't ever going back. Return of the Mac. I ain't never going back. See, that shorty is a hoe, and I'm never going back. You lied to me. It's a great song. And I'm back up in the game, like you said. But honestly, after a relationship like that, you really don't look for a relationship. Like I told y'all, I'm not a starved lion that just want every bit of coos that can come my way. I like to work for some shit. I like boss ladies. I like ladies that like, I be liking the women that I had to work for, that I really know, like, not that I'm replaceable or some shit that like, you don't need me. I love them Jones. They be doing that shit themselves. I'm like, damn, baby, nah, let me do that shit for you. But now I'm really keeping my ear to the ground. I'm really keeping my nose to the ground. Smell that good scent. You feel me? I'm trying to smell something that smell like Baccarat. Not no damn ass cheap ass Ross perfume. I'm sorry. But like, yeah. Return to the Mac. You know that I'm back. 107 the weapon is back, baby. And yeah, my hair is going to grow back. Yeah, yes, Lord. All right, y'all. I love y'all. That was my story time, but